Today is Motivation Monday, and this message is for those who are feeling down during the Christmas season. So please stay tuned. Welcome to The Bold Encourager. I'm Rebecca. Today is Motivation Monday. If you're new to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it allows for me to get my positive, encouraging messages out to everyone. So I am sharing a message to those who are feeling down during this Christmas season. I know that the Christmas season can bring a lot of depression, anxiety, and sometimes people just feel seasonal depression during the Christmas season or the holidays. So I wanted to share with you this message to encourage you through this time. I know it's not easy, especially right now after all we've been through 2020. So let me share some information with you so that you feel more encouraged and you can get through this season feeling a little bit of hope. So first off, we know that a lot of times people feel down because of their finances during the holiday season. So if you're feeling down about your financials, don't feel obligated to buy gifts. It's a giving season, but it's not always about giving gifts. It's about giving other things. It doesn't have to be material things. So if that's the case, don't go out and use your credit card and spend money on things that that person probably doesn't need, and it just puts you in a deeper hole. So my suggestion to you is to just be a little bit more creative so that you don't put yourself in that place. So first thing is, non-material items that you can give if you're in this situation are you can give your time. These are just suggestions, by the way. You can give a coupon book, which is like a gift that you can just create, which basically it has coupons like I'll wash the dishes, I'll wash your car, those kind of things, you know. Be a little creative, give that to someone, say, hey, this is something from the heart, and they will appreciate the fact that you went and did that for them, and they won't expect it. So it's just a suggestion you can think about, and that way you won't feel so overwhelmed with the financial situation. Another thing is you can be kind of just do something as kind of a service to the person instead of giving them a gift. Let's just say, like, for instance, breakfast in bed, or you just go ahead and wash the dishes and say, hey, this is my gift to you for Christmas. Trust me, if you're doing that gift for a mom, she'll greatly appreciate it. It'll probably be the best gift you can ever give her. So the gifts do not have to be material items. You don't have to go out and spend money, because most people can understand when you're going through a financial situation that you can't give gifts. So don't feel obligated to do that. Another thing is just get creative. If you really want to do a material item, there's items in your house that you can do a DIY. And trust me, there's so many YouTubers that do a DIY videos that they can show you how to use any items around your household to make gifts, and it won't cost you anything. I actually found a lot of items around my house just to make my vision board, which I will be sharing with you next week, and it didn't require me to go out and buy stuff. There's a lot of times where I've not had to buy anything for a craft I've made. So keep that in mind. A lot of times there's items around your house that you can reuse, and I did do a video about that. So if you haven't caught that, I will link it down below. It's a video about how you can reuse items around your house. And so if you want to even just do that as a gift, you could do that too. So Pinterest also has some really great ideas, so don't count them out either. So that's my financial talk right there. If you're feeling down about financials because you're worried about, well, I don't have the money for that right now and I'm already struggling financially, just take that out of the equation. Just focus on your bills and don't let it get you down, because everybody's having trouble with finances, trust me. The next thing is that you're stressed out. So a lot of times you get stressed out around the holidays because there's a lot of events you get invited to, and then you feel obligated to go, and you don't want to say no because you don't want to hurt the person's feelings. Well, let me just tell you, it's okay to say no. This is not an obligation of yours. It's an invitation that people give you, and if you can't go, just tell them you can't go, and they'll understand. If they're a real friend, they will not hold you obligated to go to their party or their event or whatever it may be. So do not let that stress you out. And then there's some events you just don't want to go to. So just don't feel obligated to go to these things. Anybody that's really truly a friend or a family member will understand. Another thing is, ask for help. I know a lot of times when we get stressed out, we just handle it ourselves and we try to do it independently and we don't want to bother anyone. But a lot of times people are willing to help, but they didn't know that you needed help. So don't be afraid to ask for help. And I'm a big, I do this all the time. I never ask for help. So I know and understand that because I do the same, but I have to learn how to ask for help as well. So I'm in the same boat with you on that. I totally understand that because I feel bad asking people for help, but sometimes you just got to. Sometimes you can't do it alone, and most of the time you can't do it alone. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Another thing is, take time for yourself. Do some self-care. A lot of times when you get busy during the season, you don't take a time to just, take a minute for yourself, to go for a walk. If you're a girl, maybe do a little mass treatment or something. And those are really affordable. You can do those at home. Just take time for yourself. Take a bubble bath or just maybe take a nap. I mean, sometimes it's just that. We're not resting. We're feeling stressed out because we haven't slept, because we're so overwhelmed with everything. We're not sleeping well. So take care of yourself and don't let yourself slack on the self-care. I've been doing that too. Been lacking on the self-care, and I'm going to be working on it this new upcoming year. A lot of things I'm going to be working on so that I don't get overwhelmed. And the last thing, of course, are you depressed and anxious? And I'm not a professional, so just understand this is encouragement for you, not to be a counselor to you. Consider speaking to a counselor or a psychologist if you are able to. I know there's some people that don't have insurance and they can't do that, but if you're able to, do get the help for that. If you're not able to, there are definitely government programs in place for that, so I encourage you to do the research on that. The thing is a lot of times we got to take that extra step. I know it's work, but sometimes it's always worth it. Your mental health is always worth it. Don't ever think that it's not. There is plenty of programs out there, and I encourage you to take that time and really take care of yourself, because your mental health is so much more important than you realize. I just want you to enjoy your life, and I don't want you to feel like that there's no hope. So please do look into those avenues just to ensure that you have the best mental health you could possibly have. One word of encouragement I can give you is take one day at a time. And don't look at the big picture, because a lot of times when we look at the big picture, it's overwhelming and it takes a lot to just take it in. But when you start taking it one day at a time, 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, it's less stressful. It produces less anxiety, less depression. I know you've probably heard that multiple times, but it rings true for everyone. So I just encourage you not to overwhelm yourself with the big picture and just take it one day, one step at a time. Okay, last point on this, hold on to hope. Yeah, I know it's like something you've already heard before, but it's so true. I can promise you that I've been there before where I felt depressed and I held on to every ounce of hope I could just to get through that really dark season. So I will say, I know Christmas is hard for a lot of people. Christmas is only for a season. So there's hope, because tomorrow is a new day and we're only going to be in this season for a little bit. And we're going into a new year and we don't know what's going to happen. We need to find more excitement out of it than the negative out of it, right? So we need to hold on to hope, and it will get us through till every day tomorrow. So every day always hold on to the hope, and tomorrow's a new day. And keep that in your heart, because it will carry you through the really dark seasons. Okay, so like I said, remember there's a new year ahead of us. There are many possibilities, so they are endless, and you just have to be open to them. And if you open up your heart to those possibilities, you will find that you will be able to get through the hard seasons. And just remember, you are a gift. You are valuable and you are unique. There is nobody else like you. I always want you to remember that. And you have a lot to offer. There's no one with your experiences, no one with your exact perspective. And if you remember that, you know that you have a lot to offer to everyone. So I hope you enjoyed this Motivation Monday, and if you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. Also, please comment down below what you're going to be doing for your Christmas season, and if there was anything in particular that you liked that I talked about today. Also, if you haven't followed me on social media, I'm at The Bold Encourager on Facebook, Instagram, Parler, and Rumble. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. I truly appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you stay encouraged.